Mario Kart World looks absolutely amazing, but I do have two major concerns with the game. Let's get right into it. Before we get into today's video, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button and also liking, because that does help out the channel. So Mario Kart World was revealed just a couple of weeks ago and I'm really excited for the game. But today I just wanted to talk about something that I really want Nintendo to add into the game that will really make it a lot of fun, or at least in my opinion will make the game a lot better. And what I want Nintendo to do is I want to make them to make Mario Kart a sort of single player experience. I mean, of course Mario Kart is always known for, the multiplayer, everybody plays the multiplayer, and that is a big draw of Mario Kart. That's why battle mode exists. That's pretty much why games like Mario Kart 64 are pretty much exclusively just for multiplayer mode. There isn't really much of a single player mode to be seen within those games. And to be honest, that's really what I want to see from this new Mario Kart. Of course, Mario Kart World, it got revealed at the Switch presentation and oh my god, it looks absolutely insane. I love the idea of the open world. That seems really, really fun. I love the idea that we can just travel anywhere. I hope that the map is really, really big, kind of like the Hyrule map of Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. And yeah, I just really want to have that idea of, exploring the world that we had in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom in Mario Kart World. I want to have that single player experience of having reason to explore the world. That's what I want Nintendo to add here. I want Nintendo to bring back the mission mode. I want there to be some kind of single player. I mean, maybe there's even going to be things like bosses revealed in the Mario Kart Direct. That would be insane if we had like bosses where you have to beat them in a race to unlock certain areas or do something like that. Or maybe there's a story mode. I would just love for them to do sort of an open world thing where there's missions and there's things to unlock and there's things to progress. Of course, when you play Mario Kart, especially from like a single player perspective, the only real thing to unlock, at least in Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 7, was maybe the cups when you first play the game, but also like things like, car parts or the stars for completing races and coming first in each one in the Grand Prix. So there wasn't really much to do in terms of single player apart from really just unlocking car parts. Now, with this open world, I'd love for Nintendo to have, different missions for us to do. I'd love for them to, complete this mission or complete this boss in a race and you'll unlock something. You'll unlock a new character, or you'll unlock a new cart, or you'll unlock something that will help you progress within the game. We've seen characters have lots of different costumes, lots of kind of different outfit changes and style changes, so maybe could they be unlocked by completing different things within the game? So could they be unlocked for completing a mission in like the open world segment, like driving a certain place or collecting certain things? Maybe moons from Mario Odyssey could come back and you could explore different areas to get moons. I love the idea of the open world that they're doing with Mario Kart World. I really do. I feel like that is going to be such a, just cool thing for us able to do. I just hope that there's actually a reason to want to drive around. I mean, let's say worst case scenario, there is no reason to drive around. It's just a new feature of the game. You can just drive around, it's kind of open world, and you can explore the map. There's no reason to, there's no missions, there's nothing to unlock. It will still be a lot of fun. I'll still do it, I'll still want to explore the whole map, that kind of thing. I feel like it will be a lot of fun. But, I want there to be a reason to go around this map. I want there to be a reason. Go to this check mark to unlock this, or check out this, or complete this race to unlock that. I feel like this kind of takes Mario Kart from just a multiplayer game that you play with friends and takes it to a massive, huge, open world, just single player game that makes it really, really fun. I feel like there's lots more to Mario Kart here. Something else I would love to see would be some kind of like online support. So how Splatoon had Splatfest and it was like a monthly event? I feel like Mario Kart World could really benefit from like an online community sort of aspect. Sort of like a limited time event where things are going to happen in the game and you have to be on the game during that weekend. I feel like that will make people really, really excited to play the game, kind of like what happened with Splatoon. I hope we see kind of regular updates, come out steadily for the game from launch. I feel like every couple of months, every quarter, adding new content, adding new races, new car parts would really sell people, especially if the price tag is, you know, $80 like it is going to be. I believe it's 75 in the UK, which is still quite a lot, but I feel like people get more value out of their games if they're having regular updates. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want them to do what they've done with Splatoon in the past, where there isn't enough content at launch. There needs to be a full, complete game at launch, and then free extra content. I don't want to pay for DLC if I'm being, you know, charged nearly £75. I want to have a complete game and free updates. I feel like that's what Nintendo needs to do. Nintendo needs to give this game lots of single player content for people that only play the game by themselves, and also lots and lots of free content over the course of like a long period of time to really sell people on this game. And I feel like we'll hear all about this in the Mario Kart Direct, which is coming up in just a few days. Nintendo so far has really just kind of talked about the multiplayer aspect, and of course it is a Mario Kart game. That makes sense for them to talk about multiplayer, but you know, this is going to be one of the first games on Switch 2, and lots of people won't have a Switch 2 on launch. I feel like the people that are going to get a Switch 2 are going to be the huge Nintendo fans that want one on launch, and these huge Nintendo fans pretty much, you know, they want to play something by themselves. You know, if we had a Mario Kart game launch maybe 2-3 years in, people or other people might have a Switch 2 and an online game makes sense. But when this game's only available on the Switch 2, it makes sense to kind of have a single player game so that people can play it without the need to have friends. Like in the trailers, they talked about online multiplayer and you can drive anywhere with your friends. That is absolutely amazing, but that feature is only good if all your friends have a Nintendo Switch 2, and if the Switch has only just come out, the Switch 2 has only just been released, not a lot of people are going to have Switch 2, so one of the features of this game isn't really utilised at launch. That's why I feel like Nintendo needs to make Mario Kart World, you know, as much as a single player game as it is a multiplayer game, and the opportunity to do that with the huge open world. You know, that makes sense. It makes sense that Mario Kart needs to be a single player game. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below for Mario Kart World. My main concerns are, I feel like we need to see some support over the course of like a life cycle of 2-3 years, kind of like what we do with Splatoon, to make this game last really, really long. I feel like that would really help the game and get people to buy Nintendo Switch 2s. But my main concern with Mario Kart World is the single player. I want to play these games online, I like to play games in multiplayer, but I also enjoy playing games in single player mode, kind of like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. This is what I really want to see from Mario Kart World, and I'm scared Nintendo won't do it. As I've said, we do have a Mario Kart World Direct coming in just a few days, so hopefully we will see that or more be revealed in that Direct. I just hope they don't reveal something like a season pass, because I feel like that will really annoy people, especially when the price tag is already £75, $80. That is absolutely insane. If they reveal, you know, a season pass, kind of like what they did with Breath of the Wild, because before Breath of the Wild was released, they actually revealed the season pass for that. Hopefully they don't do that in the Direct. But yeah, we're a few days away from the Direct. Hopefully we'll see some big announcements there. Even if we don't see the great single player mode that I'm really hoping for, I'm still going to get the game. Do I feel like the game should be £75? Probably not. It hasn't really convinced me yet on the price. I hope the Direct kind of changes my mind and makes me think, yes, this game is definitely worth, you know, the extra £25 they're asking for this game. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully this Direct we see in a few days is going to be great. Yeah, this game looks absolutely insane. I'm still going to be picking it up with the Switch 2. I have a Switch 2 pre-ordered, so I'm very lucky to be able to have one on pre-order, and hopefully I'll be able to grab a copy of Mario Kart World 2. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think to Mario Kart World? Do you feel like the game needs a good single player mode? Do you think we'll see online free updates? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you believe it is worth the high price tag of £75, $80? What do you hope to see in the Mario Kart Direct? I mean, it's coming in just a few days. Let me know all your predictions down in the comments below. I will try and read as many as I possibly can. But yeah, I mean, I know I've been quite critical of what we've seen so far for Mario Kart World, but I am actually really excited for the game, and what we've seen so far has really impressed me, so I'm going to pick it up. I just think it could be even better, and I've got some hopes and predictions for that Mario Kart Direct. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.